showed elevated skill, earning the 2K23 title of My Team GOAT.
Congratulations.
Endorse some of the best stories every year involve veteran stars who were essentially put out to pasture by the pundits, and they're dominating.
Yeah, we're in a world, BA, that moves very quickly and that seems to be obsessed with the next new thing. Take a guy like Al Horford, who for a stretch of his career many consider to be past his prime, and then yet you see him in a new situation display the skills that have made him so successful for so long.
Here are the starters for Utah. They've got Jordan Clarkson. Kelly Olynyk is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's MP. Oh, he muscles it in through the contact. They call the foul, and he's on his way to the line.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Find the lane. Find the lane. One shot.
I think with this Pistons squad that all eyes are on the future as opposed to the here and now. Young guys focused on reaching their potential.
Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Duren. Against Brooklyn, he was really on his game. And here's Cunningham outside. Rebound by Olynyk. So where do you see the ceiling for this younger Pistons team as they continue to grow?
You know, BA, it's always difficult to predict the limits of a team. But as long as they continue to steadily develop, they can become a unit with playoff potential.
Now here's Clarkson. He picked up 10 in his last game. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Clark. The Pistons clear it. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
Yeah, and what was really impressive was they stayed patient. The shot selection was excellent, and you see the result.
Well, typically, Greg, great decision-making leads to great shooting percentages. I thought that team played a very smart game.
And Utah has possession, following the score by Detroit. Kicks it out to Clark. Three-pointer. And another miss by Utah. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. There's Bogdanovic with the 3. Here's Duren. The rebound by Markkanen.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Here's Clark. And he banks in the layup.
Now, this is why people like to play with Mr. Markkanen. This guy is a solid passer out of that forward spot.
Outside Bogdanovic. Pass to Cunningham. Back to Bogdanovic. And then Bogdanovic with the dunk.
I think it's obvious that Bogdanovic has worked on his ability to handle the basketball. Really good control there.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Clarkson passes to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam. Already 5 lead changes here.
Speaks to how evenly matched these teams have been thus far.
Pass to Duren. Bogdanovic with it. Three-pointer. That one no good. Clark against Cunningham. Clark left side. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. Wiseman, he's checked in for the Pistons. Stewart comes in for Bagley. Gay's checked in for Utah. Colin Sexton comes in for Markkanen. Detroit has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Stewart. Rebounded by the Jazz. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And now the Pistons in transition. And there's the lob.
Easy to see why Ivy's guys lob it his way. He's fantastic at capping off alley-oops.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Pass to Sexton. Back to Clark. A minute 50 left in the first quarter here. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He's got 5.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Cunningham finds Wiseman. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. Utah leading. Clark, the pass to Gay. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. Yeah, that's why they continue to get attacked. Yeah, you know, guys, he was selected all the way back in 2006. But Rudy Gay is still going. One of the final players from the draft class active in the league.
Now here's Clark. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Cavs in Cleveland.
And he may have posed even more problems with his passing. They had to worry about him as a scorer and a distributor.
Here's Clark, 5 on the clock. Oh, it's Gay with the jam.
Assist goes to
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easy.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
And the finish on the break with the slam.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Now here's Cunningham. He was another key contributor in that win against Brooklyn. Here's Ivy. Outside Bogdanovich. Over Clarkson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
This is the corner 3. Back to Clark. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's the Jazz. They're up by 10. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return.
I want to hear everybody make some noise.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
On the floor for Utah, getting going in the second. We've got Lauri Markkanen. Talen Horton-Tucker is out there with MP. Then there's Damian Jones.
Thanks. Well, MP in their last game against the Cavaliers just played phenomenal. He added 24 points, and his passing was the story of that one, creating for others. An astounding game for him, putting up numbers we might be talking about for the rest of his career. Back to you.
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Now here's Clark. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Here's the 3. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Burks finds Bagley. They need this. And And the layup is good. Bagley's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, the defense wants to keep the ball out of that area. Why? Because if it gets in there, most players are going to finish.
Clark outside. Big men nowadays, Doris. Some of them handle like a guard.
Well, this is the beauty and the natural evolution of having to function on the perimeter. You want to be as skilled as possible. We call it being a three-tool player, Brian. Can you dribble? Can you pass? Can you shoot? Increasingly, you must be able to do all three.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
And Utah calls time here. So it's both teams. And so it's Utah with plenty of breathing room. 23 points to end the quarter. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. More 2K action in just a moment.
Your Pistons, 24. The Jazz, 47.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Utah shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. It's Cunningham and Ivy.